Hello, hello, Mystic GLoLady here. It has been too long since I have done any divination readings. It's been a year and a half that I have taken a hiatus in order to finish my civil rights lawsuit that's now in the Supreme Court, and I've also started going back and seeking higher education. So I've been up to a whole lot of things, and I hope that you have been creating as well. My Patreon GLoLady site is up and almost ready to run. I have my inspirational wallet size photos for download, and also my healthy hippie hemp oil blends and other essential oil blends, as well as tools of the trade. There's lots of different support levels, so I hope to see you on my site, GLoLady, on Patreon. I'll put a link below. And now, on to your readings. Hello, Capricorn. This is your divination reading for June 2017. And, do I need to ask you how you have been doing with Pluto sitting on top of you in retrograde? No, I guess I don't, because you've been judging yourself way too much. Okay? Lighten up, Capricorn. How are you supposed to jump over boulders and cracks and walk a fine line on the sheer cliffs of life? It is by understanding that you live constantly with death and transformation. So Pluto sitting on top of you really shouldn't be as hard as you allow it. Okay? Be that goat and walk those cliffs and fear no death or evil. Okay? Lighten up. Lighten up on your feet, Capricorn. As we go into the second house, you have the energy of Aquarius in there. You love people. You love people. You love sharing your finances and possessions with your friends. Just don't share too much. Find that fine balance. As we go into the third house, the third house of communications, short distance travels, you have Pisces in there. And Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces. And even though it's at home, it's like, it still has illusions, delusions, hopes, and wishes, but going retrograde on the 16th sometimes brings out the illness and communicating, and make sure that when you are communicating that you proofread it, okay? I mean, illusions, delusions. Say what you mean what you say, don't say it mean. Don't use poison in your communication. Remember, what we put out, we get back. Threefold law, one finger out, there's three folded back. You don't want that karma to smack your butt. So be careful what you are speaking, what you are judging. Chiron, the wounded healer, is in there also. 28 degrees. Have you learned those lessons that I was just asking you? In the fourth house, you have Venus starting out the month at 24 degrees. You have Uranus, inspiration, unusual, 27 degrees going 28 degrees in your home. You have Aries as the energy that you're dealing with there. And Venus is going to be happy to be moving into your fifth house on the 7th, moving into Taurus, where Venus is at home and happy. Aries at home. What is it abrupt? Or what kind of new beginnings are you considering? And I'm sorry that my puppies are out there barking. They were very good, but there are times when they decide that they want to get attention of myself or possibly the neighbors. So I don't want to stop in the middle of this. So I'm hoping, or yell. So I'm hoping that they will shh until I can finish this. Otherwise, I might have to stop and come back. Okay. No, I shall return. Okay, it was an emergency. Carmela was tangled around a bush. What can I say? You can tell them not to go somewhere, but of course they will do it anyhow. Oh, children. Oh, Carmela's my dog. You haven't met her yet. You guys met Bella, but you haven't met Carmela yet. She's not quite a year old. So, going back to Venus in that fourth house with Uranus there and ideas, new ideas. Would that make you happy? New ideas to change your home? To decorate your home? Would that make you feel better? Do you have projects that you start but do not finish in your home? Yeah, that could get a little bit depressive if you look at all the projects that you have not started around your home. But the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So maybe you can take one bite a day. See how that goes. So Venus moving into the fifth house of fun, creativity, sex, children on the 7th. And it's going to stay there the whole month and only be at 24 degrees at the end of the month. Mercury there at 19 degrees at the beginning of the month. Wow. What is it? All those projects that you need done? And why all of a sudden do you think that you're called to go out and have some fun? And no wonder the work that you've been planning, the ideas that you have, it's like, what the heck? Taurus, I just want to have fun. You know, I enjoy having fun. So, Mercury in there. Yeah, do you think you're just going to be talking about having some fun? Nah, I think you're going to be going out and doing and having some fun. Woohoo! That ought to make you feel better. Okay, as we have Mercury going through to the 6th house. Okay, the 6th house, you have Gemini in there. The 6th house of health, work, service, daily routine. Mercury going into Gemini on the 7th. Can we talk? Can we talk? Can we talk considering that you have Neptune squaring you, that communications, the work, the health, the communications that needs to be expressed in order to keep your health in a good condition. Okay? Is the work driving you crazy and you need to speak up? Mars is there. Okay? Mars is there 27 degrees and it's going to be conjunct Chiron. Chiron 28 degrees. So you start out at the beginning of the month and it's like, okay, what do you need to express? Mars is going to be squeezing it out of you. Okay, the sun is going to be shining right down on top of your health service. Okay, what is it? Your work, your health. Are you having to choose between your work and your health? But if you don't have health, you can't work. All right? So the sun shining down on top of it. All right, does that have anything to do with the wound, the communications that you need to speak up? Are you afraid to go to work because of that bad experience that you have had with employers? Have you taken that experience and allowed it to scar you or wound you with a scab that will not heal? All right. the new moon on the 23rd that is going to be new beginnings. Okay? Now, what is it that you need to look at? Because Mercury's already going to be gone into the 7th house by the 23rd. It's going into the 7th house on the 21st. So, clearing up what needs to be done in your work that affects your health. You know, you need a sound mind to have a sound body. And if someone is poisoning your thoughts because of how you express them, well, are you allowing? Do you have to stay? Are you a victim or a volunteer? All right. So, new beginnings on the 23rd. Are you going to finally say, take this job and shove it? All right. We have Mars moving into the 7th house on the 5th, and it's in Cancer. All right. Your relationships, your partnerships. You are so grounded, but yet in your relationships, you are emotional. But you tend to keep yourself closed off. And you have the sun coming into your sign on the 22nd, as well as Mercury coming into your sign on the 22nd. So relationships are going to be a focal point. Okay, at the end of the month, the sun ends at 8 degrees, Mars is at 16, and Mercury is at 18. Or, I'm sorry, Mars is at 16, and Mercury is at 18. Okay, the sun is at 8. So when Mercury's coming through there, don't waste an opportune moment thinking that another opportune moment will come by, because you might miss the brass ring. All right? So go for it. Don't hold back. Your health, as they say, is your wealth. If you cannot work because of your health, well, there it goes. And partnerships. Is it a work partnership that needs to be expressed and gone through? With Leo in other people's money, death, inheritance, and tax in your 8th house, you tend to be bold and boastful and I can do with other people's money. And it's very true. You can do with other people's money. Being Capricorn and grounded, you just have a way of expressing it. What is that? Are you an auctioneer? That would be a fun job for you, wouldn't it? I can't even. That's how my auction. Oh, wait a minute. Silent auctions. Yes. Silent auctions are very good for me. I'm not talking about you. You can get out there. You can get out there and do that gift of gab. Remember, you have Gemini in your 6th house. Communication, work. Yeah, you would be good. And you'd be fair. Libra in your career house. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got to be honest. You got to be honest. You're good at working with other people's money. And even though you do like to have fun and have the finer things, you will be one who takes a client out and shows them a good time. In the 9th house of higher learning, we have Virgo. Virgo, organized, analytical. You have things in order. You do tend to detail plan of your travels. Going into the 10th house, Libra, in the career house, you have Jupiter. And Jupiter is and has been retrograde, going back over your career. Have you learned those lessons that you needed for balance in your career? Because Jupiter is going direct on the 10th. Okay, now Jupiter going direct on the 10th is going to be squaring Pluto retrograde. Not in the month of June, but it's coming up. I'm not quite sure, but I'll tell you it's coming up. So have you learned what what is challenging between yourself and your career? All right. The partnerships in your career, what needs to be addressed? That's what's going to be coming up in the month of June. Scorpio, you're very secretive about your friends, about your hopes and your wishes, and your friends. Yeah, you keep your prized friends close and quickly get rid of those who are not. In the 12th house, you have Sagittarius. And in the 12th house, you have Saturn. And Saturn is retrograde. Retrograde 25 back to 23. Now, the 12th house is secrets, institutions, jails, hidden enemies. You have the full moon shining down on the 9th. So, what is it dealing with these secrets that you have to reveal? Is that what's the communication? What could be holding you back because you need to express it and get it out? You know, those secrets, we're only as sick as our secrets. So the sooner that you understand and you communicate, yeah, it might shake things up a little bit, but I'll tell you what, shaking things up would be great because it would make you feel good. It would make you feel alive. Pluto is in there, and it's change, transformation. Death is only but a rebirth. Who are you going to be when you finally deal with those secrets that you need to deal with? Ah, Capricorn, you go and have a great June. And I will see you in July. And remember, you can see me quicker if you come over and find me on Patreon. So, see you, love you, bye.